Hey, what is up, Aquamigos? What is up, YouTube? How are you guys doing today? Thank you guys so much for joining me today. And welcome to another Fish Friday, where I upload new fish videos every Friday. And if you saw my fish video from last Friday, you probably saw that I got a new 10-gallon tank. It's a 10-gallon Aqueon tank, and I got it from Petco, and unfortunately, it was not the dollar per gallon sale. So I actually paid full price for this tank. It was $21.89 including tax. I also went to Lowe's and I bought this outlet tap / surge protector and also another bag of play sand, and I already went ahead and rinsed some out for this tank, and my total for those two things was $15.94. And then I went ahead and ordered another pack of about 17 or 18 pounds of Cereal stone from the same seller on Amazon that I bought the Cereal stone for my 20-gallon tank, and that cost around $30. So you may already be starting to notice the pattern here. I'm going to do this setup kind of similar to how I have my 20-gallon. The materials are all going to be more or less the same, but I do want to go for a totally different scape. I'm going to use the same amount of rock that I have in my 20-gallon, but it will be in a much smaller area, with this tank being only 10 gallons. And my goal is to go for more of a symmetrical aquascape, and I think today we're pretty much just going to do the hardscape. And it may seem like all the way in that corner is an odd place to have the tank when I have all this room, but what I might have actually talked about this before, but I actually want to have a 10-gallon here and another 10-gallon right here. I would have had the other 10-gallon already, but when I was at Petco, they only had one of these left in stock, so I'll have to go back for the other one. And I bought this so we could just kind of make the whole wire situation like a lot cleaner. And I have this 10-gallon here, but I still have a toad in here. I have one small toad. It's probably like, I don't know, like that big. Can't see him right now, but I'll try to get him on camera if I can. So first, I'm just gonna mess around with the placement of these rocks on this towel right here, and I'll see what I can come up with. And I'll just go ahead and wipe down the tank with some water before we get started. So here, I'm trying to figure out an interesting composition for the Cereal rock, and just get a feel for how things are gonna look when I put it in the tank. Even although I rinsed off the Cereal rock beforehand, it was still pretty dusty and chalky, so I decided to give all the rocks a good scrubbing with a toothbrush and some water. After this, the rocks looked a lot better. It was now time to add the sand to the tank. I wanted the sand to slope down from the back to the front, and also have the highest points of the sand in the back left and right corners, creating almost like a canyon down the middle of the tank. And finally, it was time to add the Cereal rock. My idea was to have the biggest rocks in the background and the smaller rocks in the foreground. I feel like this helps create a good sense of scale, as well as depth of field. Having the sand higher in the back corners helped elevate the larger rocks and made these effects more dramatic. Alright guys, so there's my hardscape. Pretty much done, I think. I might move some things around, I'm not really sure. I think it's pretty good the way it is. You know, it was a lot harder than I thought it was. Trying to come up with a composition. It didn't exactly come out the way I was imagining it would in my head, but I gotta say I'm pretty happy with the result. You know, I had a really heavy big stone over there, so I had to kind of balance it out with the other two medium-sized stones on the right side of the tank. Another challenge was kind of, you know, getting the sand to sit in a way that I liked. I'm gonna go ahead and fill it up with water and see if that kind of smooths out the sand a little bit, and just so we can get a better overall look at it. All right, guys, so we're still a bit cloudy. All right, that's a bit better, right, guys? I also made like one quick adjustment. I added some more sand underneath that back rock right there to make it sit just a little bit higher. And yeah, I think it's looking pretty cool. One thing that I don't really like is that this piece of rock in front, it's a lot lighter than the other rocks. I kind of wish it was like the same shade. But apart from that, I think I'm pretty happy with everything. There's just one other thing I want to do really quick. And I'm going to take some of these little pebbles, or pieces of natural gravel, I should say. It's like just natural looking gravel. I'm gonna make a little trail going through the middle of the tank. And if you've seen my 20-gallon aquascape video, I did a very similar thing in that video. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. All right, guys, so there we go. Got the little path right there. Alright guys, so that's the hardscape done. As for the plants, I'm not 100% sure what I'm gonna do next, but I am planning on figuring something out for next week's video. I don't have my filter yet, but I ordered another AquaClear filter. I ordered it actually like 8 days ago on Amazon, and surprisingly, it hasn't even shipped yet, so I don't know, I might have to figure something else out. I might have to cancel that and get another filter. I don't really know. But as for figuring out the composition of the hardscape, it was a bit of a challenge. You know, this is really only the second aquascape I've ever attempted, and it's really like any other form of art. You know, you have to be mindful about the positive and negative space and the balance in your scape and everything, just like a painting. But I'm pretty happy with the way it turned out. If you guys have any suggestions, or if you think I should change anything, feel free to let me know down in the comments below. I just remembered one thing I can do right now is add the heater. Finding an indiscreet place for the heater is also going to be kind of a challenge, but I think the best place for it would probably be horizontal up here, like up in this side right under the lip right here. Alright guys, so that's going to be just about all that I'm going to do to the tank today, and I'll give you guys an update next Friday. Hopefully we'll get some plants in there, hopefully I'll get the filter, and then we can start getting the filter established, and then after that, you know, get some fish in there. And I am gonna get another 10-gallon tank like I was saying earlier, and in that tank, I'm going to try to scape it using rocks that I can find. So I'm not gonna be ordering rocks for that build. I wanna try to do it with rocks that I can find, which are of course safe for aquariums and fish. And of course, just real quick guys, I have some shout outs for this video. I cannot forget that, I'll be right back. Woo! Alright guys, so of course guys, I have some shout outs for the Aquamigos. I have a shout out for, I'm sorry if I say your name wrong, but I have a shout out for Tistha Bizwaz. Thank you so much for being an Aquamigo. I really appreciate the support. I have a shout out for Wow Aquatics. Thank you so much for being an Aquamigo. You are awesome. I have a shout out for Big Tank Hank. I love how your username rhymes. That is awesome. Thank you for being an Aquamigo. I have a shout out for Tyrike Rajaram. Thank you so much for being an Aquamigo. And I have a shout out for Joel Shaw, aka Animal Tube. Thank you so much for being an Aquamigo. Thank you all so much for being Aquamigos. I really appreciate it. Without your guys' support, I probably wouldn't be doing this today. And for anyone who would like a shout out in one of my future videos, all you have to do is go down to the comments below and comment, I am an Aquamigo, and I will shout you out in my next fish video. And if you guys did like this video, or if this video gave you some inspiration, I would really appreciate it if you went down there and gave this video a like. That would help me out so much. And if you would like to see more videos by me in the future, make sure you go down there and hit that subscribe button, and also hit that bell notifications button. If you would like to follow me on Instagram, I'll put my handle right here. It's at YT_Tobias. I'm trying to post there every day. And here on YouTube, I post microphone and tech reviews on Mondays. Wednesdays, I post reviews on any product or videos on any topic. And Fridays, I always post fish and pond videos and aquarium videos. So if any of that sounds like stuff that you might be interested in, you definitely want to subscribe. And I will talk to you guys in my next video. Peace.